Welcome to the 10,000 subscriber stream special. So we're going to be streaming for about the next 10 hours. So where we're going to be starting off the stream is with some Hearts of Iron IV Kaiserreich as Germany. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're not just going to play a normal Germany run, that's boring. What we're going to do is we're doing it in our custom game rules. I have set it so that every single country that starts off in the Reichspakt is going to leave. You know, the Dutch are going to declare independence. Baltic Dutch is going to fall apart. Ukraine's going to go, nationalist. White Ruthenia is going to go independent. Lithuania is going to go independent. If we go down a little bit more in Africa, the collapse of Middle Africa is guaranteed to collapse. And over in the Indochinese Rebellion, the best we can do is just make sure the revolt actually happens. And we're also going to have them release Vietnam, because that's the most likely option for this entire area being annexed by the Indo-Chinese revolt. Assuming they actually win. I guess they could theoretically still lose. So this guy started right away. The only country that I couldn't do anything about is Morocco. No matter what, Morocco is going to stay in your faction. I can't see a way to actually get them to be independent. Everyone else we have not changed. So if it's Sweden or if Sweden, Finland, Austria, the Dutch, any of those guys want to join up with the Reichspakt, I have not changed that at all. Also, I don't know if we had to change my microphone. We had to unplug it and replug it back in. So I'm going to make sure that it did not reset the audio levels, which I'm going to say it probably guaranteed it did. Not you. Go back. Device properties. No, actually, no, it's still where it wants to be. Okay, fantastic. So, we're not going to be reading out any of the events, because we've played Germany before. We don't need to read everything a second time through. State of the economy, aftermath of Black Monday. Let's go for some military expansion. We have about 3 years. We have 3 years to deal with all the problems we're going to be facing. Because again, everyone in our faction, other than Morocco, because they're a good friend. Everyone else is going to leave the faction. And we're going to fight against the Russians and the French completely on our own. So, I mean, this is either going to go well or it's going to go terribly. There's really no middle ground, I think. And my goal is to put, let's say, 2 armies here. 2 armies here. Yeah, so we get these guys on this front. You will go on the border with Poland. And you will go on the borders with Lithuania. I think that's basically everybody that can declare war on us. We did guarantee that the Belgians would be a neutral in any conflict. The Dutch, I guess the Dutch could still theoretically have a revolution. Denmark could theoretically join up with the International as well, but those are a little bit less likely to happen. I don't think I've actually seen the Danish ever actually join up with the International. I know it's possible. I know it can happen. But I've just never seen it personally. Also, we'll go up to speed 5. Also turn this on. Make sure we're not dropping frames, because I've had that be an issue in the past. Yeah, we'll assign this general. That seems okay. Okay, now research slots. We're going to go for this, our basic. Research speed going up is nice. Production efficiency cap. Construction speed. We'll go for the 1918 support weapons as well. We have decent factories, but again, Black Monday is going to be affecting us very, very, very soon. Which is not going to be a fun time for anybody. I still have more factories? I do still have more factories. A little more military factories. We have 156, 28, 20, 108. Not a bad ratio. At least it's a ratio where I feel comfortable, where we probably never need to build another civilian factory for the rest of the game. There we go. I think that seems fine for our naval stuff for now. Logistics is looking fine. You're unassigned? We'll assign you over to Blue Army. Is that everybody? There might be some colonial holdings that might have some troops. Okay, voting rights to Legation Council. Assign you to Orange Army. Yeah, and there's troops over here in the colonies, which we're just going to bring back to Europe. We don't really need to defend any of these areas. I don't care about them as much. Yeah, get out of Djibouti. Get out of Madagascar. Why is there a marine in Madagascar? Like, what are they going to do that that's effective at all? Probably nothing. If I had to take a guess. Assume control of the east. Okay, we can ignore the naval stuff for now. Get our army and navy division to begin with. We can also invade Denmark. I actually did not know this was even an option. One following must be true, is at war with Norway, is at war with Sweden. All following must be true, is at war with the Union Britain, is in a fact with Norway or Sweden. Okay, so I guess if they go... Syndiclist? Is that war with Norway or Sweden? And they need to be... Well, I guess if they're at war with Norway or Sweden, we can invade Denmark. I don't know why that would ever happen. I've never seen that be a thing. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I've just never seen it personally. For it to actually get its own decision tree? Like, that's surprising to me. Let's gather up our naval forces. Because again, like, stuff like 10,000 manpower, like, things like Poland could still join our faction. I mean, they could also, theoretically, also go Syndiclist, or they can join up with the Russians. It's not going to be, I think, an easy campaign. Power minus 50, do nothing. Probably let's not do nothing. Hello, Q-Fabus, welcome. We're at negative 39% stability. Not great, I will say. Anything else we want to do here? I mean, war propaganda. We have 16 political power. Apparently, we actually start off with a spy agency. Also, Russia is now at war with itself. I mean, if you know what? Here's the weird thing. 10-hour stream? Yes, it is. We're planning on doing a 10-hour stream. I guess we'll send you a spy on the French. So now that the Russian Republic's at war with the Bolsheviks. Well, they might not be the Bolsheviks, but you know what I mean. They're at war with Red Russia. And... I mean, you will also then theoretically join up with the Internationale. Does that help or hurt us? I really have no actual idea. Yeah, because you're at war with it yourself. I mean, you'll probably invade into the rest. You know, let's do Aftermath of Black Monday. We want to get rid of the Black Monday modifiers as quickly as we possibly can. The FAUD. I remember seeing a post on the Kaiserreich Discord. Not Discord, it's Kaiserreich subreddit that specifically mentioned me, which is always weird when someone mentions me on like a subreddit or anywhere. Asking, why does everybody ban the FAUD? For that one person I saw one time, like a few months ago on the Kaiserreich subreddit. This is for you. I'm not going to ban them. Allow them to operate. For the one person who I saw post that. Will he ever see this? I have no idea. I have no idea. But it's for you. Okay, so Nanjing Clique is at war. Yeah, these guys are going to start breaking off soon as well. Hunan Clique, the Linguang Clique. Okay, so nothing like super surprising is already happening. Everybody's declaring war on the Russian Republic. Not a big surprise. They're not going to have an easy time. Transmere I think Kolchak's not in charge of Transmere anymore, so the chance of them actually invading Russia, I think, somewhat slow. Wholesome sock them Germany? Sure, why not? They don't usually go sock them that often. Thank you for another 20% stability loss. I do appreciate it. I like being a negative 50. It makes me feel great. Don't give in to the Reddit mob. It's too late, I've already done it. Financial trouble in the colonies. Political power minus 150. Here's the thing, we know Germany, like Middle Africa, we know is going to fall apart. Germany, East Asia, I mean, they still have a chance to win the war in Indochina. Like, that's not impossible. But I don't know what the likeness of it is. Again, Morocco is going to be the only country which we can guarantee 100% is still going to be in the Reichspakt by the time the war comes. We're only helping out the colonies so we don't take as many penalties for political power. Political power goes up. Here's the thing, the way that I set this up, there's no reason for me to help out anybody else in the Reichspakt, because I know everyone is going to leave us. The DKAEB, keep it running. sell the railway. Sure, why not? The Syndicalists are making their moves. I mean to coordinate their activities. So what are you guys doing? Basic Syndicalists, you've elected Mosley. Don't know when your conference actually is. Bail out the Junker estates. Or we lose civilian factories. Stability goes up. Consumer goods factory by a decent amount here. Gold standard. We need to finish Zip 2. Oh, we need to get stuff in here as well. Let's bail out the Junkers. I don't want to lose, I don't want to lose civilian factories. I think in the long run, we kind of need those to be operational for as long as possible. So get these guys ready for invasions. Again, just in case anybody has any silly ideas. Which I'm sure they will. Are you at war with anybody else? Here's at war with Lash Orda. The Donkoman Union could still theoretically invade Russia as well, I believe. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? We kind of want Middle Africa to fall apart. I mean, I've set that in the game rules. I guess maybe there's a way that we can avoid it, but I don't believe so. Oh, I do want to become famous, you're right. Okay, we gotta ban these people. Yeah, just ban. There we go. Thank you for the bans. I like all the... Yeah, the bots are having a great time. Let me just tell you that right now. So unpause the game, thank you. You know what? Maybe Big Falls... I'm not even going to say the name, because we don't want to advertise them in the YouTube channel. Become famous by calling content CK3? I wish more people watch CK3 content. Freeze to death in Russia? That's the thing, is I want... Like, I want to play more... I can ban and play League. Oh, multitasking. I want to make more CK3 content, but, like, nobody watches it, and I don't know why. Or maybe nationalize the oil fields. So I'm worried about that. Your stability... You know, 15% stability. We are taking massive penalties. Also, more military factories. What do we... Is there anything we need? The answer is, like, not right now, so I think that means we want to start pumping out aircraft. Aircrafts are very important, especially if we're going to be fighting literally every single person on the world. The Norsemont, I got it with my pre-order. I don't think I have... Actually, I'm gonna check. While this is running in the background, I can do other stuff. Because there's not really too much we're going to be doing in the early game. Do I have the DLC? Northern Lords. Do I own it? I am born in 1996. Yes, you page. Apply sanction in Greece. We don't want them. Oh, it's already in my Steam library. Okay, fantastic. I already own it. Costa Rica requests our assistance. We are refusing to support them for the obvious reason we don't want anybody else in the faction. Suffrage movement gathers strength. It is a cause worth supporting. Sure, why not? Give them a vote. It's fun. I think at this point, like, I remember a few years ago, Steam implemented a way that you can just give, like, developers and publishers can just give certain Steam accounts access to their games as soon as they're launched. I think that's what I have with Paradox, because I don't even ask for review copies for games anymore. They just, like, show up in my Steam list. I think that happened with, like, the last Hearts of Iron 4 DLC too. It's like I just showed up in my inventory one day. Like, here you go, you can just have it. Which is nice, it saves me time from having to email them. Maybe we'll try the Northern Lords DLC. I don't know, I guess we'll try it maybe next week. Even though there's not going to be a stream. German intervention in the Baltic conflict. Yeah, the Baltic duchies collapsed. Are you in the faction? Yeah, okay, so Riga's in the Reichspakt. I don't think Riga can leave the faction. So again, there's going to be a handful of countries that no matter what are guaranteed to be in the faction. I think Riga and Morocco are the only two countries that that have to be in the Reichspakt. There's no way for me to guarantee that they are leaving through like the decision tree that I have at the beginning of the game, like the custom game rules. Let's do the Easter Promise. Actually, no, State of the Economy. Got some political power at -183, which is usually pretty bad. And I say usually, as it's always bad. Research U, get Excavation 1, followed up with the 1937 Research for Industry. Okay, and the Socialists have won in Italy, just the standard Rad Sox. I think you're just staying as generic Syndicalist. You're not doing anything too crazy right now. I mean, Russia, there's no way you're going to win, right? I mean, I know that the Socialists have a lot of upgrades, because, yeah, you're winning. Because I know you have, like, a lot of buffs, right? Division limit plus 50? Actually, it's not that great, unless you have some debuffs. Standing measures, political instability. Get rid of any coup d'etats I am. Because I know the Socialists are supposed to win in the Civil War. The flight of Baltic Germans. People join them. We don't need their help. If I can make everybody in Europe hate me so that I have to fight everyone alone, then, you know, that's just how it is. I actually, can you deny ethnic conflict in Sri Lanka? Can I deny the Austrians to help us out? Because I know at some point Austria would be like, we need to join the Second Weltkrieg. I don't know if there's a way to just make sure they do not do that. Or unless it's automatic. It's either automatic or... So we have level 2 forts. You know what we should actually be doing instead of these military factories? Let's upgrade our forts along the border. Because we're going to do like the opposite of the Schlieffen plan. Which is we're going to boost up our fortifications on the German border a ton. Yeah. Boost up our defenses here. So that we can focus on killing Russia. Also, can I build more units? We tend to have low manpower, but I think that's okay. Let's train up like 5 of you. 3 Panzer divisions and a couple of cavalry divisions. And I think we'll just focus on killing Russia. We'll defend the front line against France with our very, very strong fortifications. Hopefully the AI will be stupid and just constantly throw troops into the border. We gotta just grind them down a little bit. And then after that... Well, again, we kill Russia, and then we have our focus on France. I mean, I think it could work. Latvia has gone socialist, so they're going to join up with their Internationale. But that's okay, because they're not usually that strong. Okay, Poland selected a new king. They've gone for the Austrian king. Stability plus 3%. Mauser. 1 military factory, 1 military factory. New weapons. You require Mauser corrupt steel. So in order for us to actually do any of these things, finalize centralization, restore the Bundesrat. Restore the Bundesrat. Is that in here? Yes, it's these ones. Okay. So let's ignore this now. Let's go for the Easter Promises. Christian Trade Union. What do you actually do? We're not Social Democrats, so we can't actually embrace them. Is there an election in Germany in March of next year? Bulgaria's embargoed us. Thank you. I don't know. What have I done to Bulgaria to make them want to embargo me? It's actually very rude. You jerks. Okay, let's follow you up. What else do we want to research? Let's go for radios. Usually a nice thing. Finland and the Reichspakt. Question, do we want to accept them? Or do we want to reject everybody? You know what? We'll reject Finland. When I say we're going to fight this alone, I mean we're going to fight it alone. Finland, Sweden, everyone's on your own. I'm going to reject everybody. Nobody's allowed into the Reichspakt. I don't know how this actually I'm pretty sure it's going to mean that you're going to be having a bad time when it comes to the actual wars. You are famine relief for Szechuan. Yeah, sure, why not? We can vote for some famine relief down there. Assuming control of the Middle African Navy. Indochina's declared independence. Not a surprise. We knew this was going to happen. But here's the thing. We've released Vietnam. And it's actually very, very important that we've released Vietnam. Because there used to be a glitch with the way the capitulation mechanics worked. I don't know if it's still in Kaiserreich. But if Vietnam capitulates, then all of German Middle Africa capitulates, and this will all transfer to the Indo-Chinese Union. And whereas normally, if Vietnam is not released, there's like an event that just cedes this area to them. But I think with Vietnam, we could see all of German Asia fall to the Indo-Chinese Union. It's very, very strange, and I don't know if they fixed it, but that's the reason why we've kind of released them like this. Let's go for democracy in Prussia. Okay, council votes, limited conscription, volunteer forces. I mean, I guess technically Germany's Asia could still win the war. And if they win the war, there's nothing we can really do about that. This is for conscription on international citizens. We're gonna vote no on that one. Because again, like, we could send volunteers to help them out. Actually, here's the weird thing. Can I send volunteers to help out the Indo-Chinese Union? No, because they're at war with our ally. Fair enough, fair enough. It would have been kind of funny, though, if it allowed me to do that. Are you going to declare war on Indochina if it lasts too long? Oh, absolutely not. We want Indochina to win. I think so we got like these, we bought like this like weird ice cube holder. This is a complete tangent, by the way, nothing to do with the game. But we bought these like ice cube holders that are like perfect spheres. The ice cubes I think are like way too big. And all this is really, it just really waters down your drink a ton. Why do you want Indochina to win the war? Because we want to make sure that as few countries are in the Reichspakt as possible. That's kind of our goal here. It basically, it's kind of like a challenge run, I guess you could say. Like, it's supposed to be like, they're perfect spheres. As if ice cubes is a sphere? Look, okay, they're ice spheres. Are you going forward to CSA in the Second American Civil War? Not necessarily. I think for the Civil War, we're just going to let them do their own thing. We're just not going to support a side. I don't actually know. Can I even send volunteers? Like, here, can I send volunteers? I could send volunteers. We'll do this. Follow it up with concentrated industry. Just get all our industry taxes going. But good luck. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. Do people do challenge runs in Hearts of Iron 4? I guess they kind of do. Why am I even still drinking this drink? It tastes awful because it's so watered down. Okay, Middle Africa's collapsed. Absolutely fantastic. I guess Southeast Africa? Southwest Africa? They can also join the Reichspakt. I don't know if I can actually refuse their entry. If they win the war against Nabiland, German recovery. I mean, I guess it goes Syndicalist as well. Actually, no, I think this can only happen if they get puppeted. No, Africa is lost. Don't even worry about them. Well, your decision to reestablish German rule. Owns Nabiland, new stadtholder. I'm curious, like... I know you can join capture British operative. They can't join the Reichspakt at all? So I'm pretty sure that when we played as Southwest Africa in our failed Middle Africa campaign. We did end up joining the Reichspakt. Or at least I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, no, we definitely did. It was a weird, and they called it Germany. It was a very strange campaign. You can go back and watch it if you want. But I think it's like 2 years old at this point. You know, in 1938 is probably a little bit too ahead of time. I say that as I pick another 1938 tech. You know, 266 days. That's not that expensive. Okay, Socialists have won in Russia. Liberals have won in Brazil. The Eastern threat. We do not fear the Russians. Nobody gets any protection. Everybody do your own thing. Get out of here. I think there might be some countries where they get decisions to join up with the Reichspakt. But as Germany, we actually don't get an event. I think they just automatically join. For those situations, I mean, there's nothing we can really do about it. Okay, 39. I keep drinking this drink. It tastes awful. Get it out of here. Put it over. Put it on the far side of the table so it's not within reach. But no, don't pick the 939 tech. 1940. What about some land doctrine? Superior firepower? Sure, why not? So who's in charge here? Military government has couped the government there. White Ruthenia asks for increased self-governance. We can deny the request. I'm trying to remember, like, what do we need to actually do to let them be free? They justify both claiming to be easy to burden their still growing economy. We'll say no. And hopefully that causes, like, an uprising. So do the final reforms, get 10% stability. Chug it down. Hector von Steck's funeral. Become more free then, they might leave for Russia. You know, fine, I'll chug this nasty ass drink. Also, I think my microphone volume might be a little bit too loud, I don't know.